Other interesting business news, you have a Lexus with a stick shift thanks to Akio Toyoda, which, fun business fact, the family name behind the brand that you and I know and love, the Toyota Motor Corporation, or Toyota North America for us, well, their name is actually Toyoda, but they changed the name of the business to a T. So their family name is Toyoda. Akio Toyoda is a grandson of the founder of the company, and he is a very much automotive enthusiast. A little unfortunate that he stepped down from CEO position a couple of, about 13, 14 years ago. However, he's still the chairman of the board of directors, so still involved in the company in a different way. Now, this is one of the coolest Lexuses I've seen in a while, and this will be the first Lexus with a stick shift since 2013. We had the Lexus IS250. That's pretty cool. Now, granted, this is it's based on the Corolla, so it's like a whole new platform. But still, I mean, you add a little luxury, and it is a cool idea. I like it. Now, this is coming to us thanks to Jose Rodriguez, who's a writer at thedrive.com. They say, quote, GR Corolla powered Lexus LBX reminds us crossovers can be cool if we let them. The manual 300 horsepower Lexus LBX Morizo RR is one small SUV we regret missing out on. Because unfortunately, can't get it in the US. Damn it. For now. Hopefully we can somehow fix that. And looking at the picture, if you're just tuning in on audio-wise on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or one of the other alternatives, it looks pretty aggressive. And you know me, I am pretty much the antithesis of an SUV owner. Every once in a while, my friends will tell me I need one for like IT recycle projects or taking gear to customers, which is a rare occasion. And previously, the only SUV I'd ever obtained, and granted, I'd have to have a copious amount of capital to buy one, would be, I say vintage, a 2009 Porsche, what is it, Cayenne GTS, which is a V8 stick shift SUV. They only imported like 253 in the US, I think. So finding one is darn near impossible. When you do find one, it has 100,000 miles and about costs $50,000 plus. So I partially digress. And yeah, to me, this is an SUV I would actually entertain purchasing. It looks very angular. The blue paint actually looks pretty darn good. Granted, you know me, I love a weird green car if they had that option. And here's a couple of the oh, I can't expand that picture. Come on now. A couple of close-ups there, a little montage of them. Man, it looks amazing. Now, they say, quote, about a year ago, Akio Toyoda all but confirmed the release of a performance model based on the LX LBX crossover. Lexus has released the LBX Morizo RR in Japan. Unfortunately, thanks to the damn importation process, you got to import that without, a bunch of pain in the rear regulation, bureaucracy, and all other safety crap. Well, you have to wait 25 years. That's why we see such a big influx of GTRs lately. The 25-year rule, very common for automotive enthusiasts. Once that period hits, basically you import whatever you want. Now, they say, quote, we started off as a one-off for the vehicle for the Toyota's chairman, made in production after all yielding a rare compact crossover focused on performance and luxury, which that's also the benefit of having a passionate chairman or passionate founder of a company or a leader of a company. Like, if you're an automobile company, you should be big into racing, tech, and just all about auto performance. And that's why I think Jim Farley's a great leader for Ford Motor Company. I mean, he's an active racer. And he also said, which I love it, Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, said as long as he's in charge, he does not care what Chrysler Dodge is doing. He does not care what GM is doing. He will always make an affordable V8 sports car with a stick shift, which I would say all cars should be by default, but I partially digress. And I'm just going to hover on that picture while I read this because that looks sick. They say, quote, the LBX Morizo RR borrows the GR Yaris and GR Corolla's turbocharged 3-cylinder engine combined with a rowdy little G16E GTS with a 6-speed manual transmission. Or, if you want to feel dead inside, an 8-speed automatic transmission. They say the engine's good for 300 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque, which propels a 3,175-pound crossover 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, which is pretty darn good for that, given those situation. Even though the LBX Morizo can't quite sprint quite as fast as the Toyota GR Corolla, 0 to 60 in 4.99 seconds, it's in the neighborhood, and because LBX is a Lexus, it gets more creature comforts and having comparable performance. Which, see, what's the price at? They said the LBX Morizo RR will now be one of the trims that makes up the LBX lineup in Japan, with it based on the Yaris Cross. Neither the LBX or Yaris Cross are available in the US, and there's little chance that it will be imported. Unless we get some awesome presidential candidate just gets rid of all that red tape. Kind of nice. They say that an enthusiast small crossover as enticing as this RR would have limited competition in America. Exactly. You could own that niche. Again, they're not going to make a million of these units. It's going to. I understand that not everyone wants a stick shift these days or a performance SUV, but I still think there's a little niche for this, and they can make a pretty penny on it. They say that the LBX Marazzo RR will start at about exchange rate about $41,475 given the U.S. exchange rate. That's actually not that bad for performance SUV. And here you can see they got some sporty rims. I do like they actually have the brake calipers painted bright yellow and got the Lexus logo on there. Got the 3 pedals and the stick shift. Of course, it's all wrapped in luxurious, high-end leather materials. And that looks incredibly cool. It just, oh man. It looks pretty neat. Again, I don't think I would ever buy an SUV, but in this case, if I had the money for an extra vehicle, I mean, this is a contender, some might say. So it's really cool. Again, but fortunately, the odds of getting it in the U.S., unless maybe if you're the right people, you maybe get the show and display exemption. But again, those good luck. Those are usually pretty hard to get. And it's pretty cool. Again, the last stick shift from Lexus was 2013, and they should make this. Because again, Cadillac is making money hand over fist with the Cadillac CTS, was it CT4, CT5? They have the whole V Blackwing series. That is cool. You got performance V8, twin turbo V6, or a good old V8. And those things, the take rate in terms of automatic versus a manual transmission is about a little over 50% people go for the stick shift. So people are willing to pay for a luxury stick shift. It is a thing. And I mean, an SUV at that price point, with that type of power, and that type of that would just be a fun, cool thing. Again, I know they're not going to make a million of these units rolling off the assembly lines, but it'd be a great way to get some attention, get some enthusiast passion, get some enthusiast love from the community. And shoot, they slap on the GR. I mean, you can add it to the Toyota race team or the race academy. I mean, let me know in the comments. Would you ever buy a performance SUV like that? Do you think Toyota should try to import them in the United States or assemble them locally? Because again, they aren't missing. Lexus is known for luxury. They've been for decades. One of my favorite books is here. Oh, he eludes me at the moment. Where is it? The Lexus the Relent. Yeah. So it's a book called Lexus the Relentless Pursuit. It's a really great book. It talks about how they built the Lexus brand. It's very impressive. They've always been about luxury, but I think they should inject a little bit more of the performance. But let me know in the comments. Did you ever buy something like this from Lexus? As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.